Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Howard, for your leadership with Victory, for your friendship, for your support, and it is wonderful to be in DC and actually to be introduced in a respectful way. So thank you very much, Howard. It was great to be with you and Joey last weekend on your birthday. So happy birthday once again. It is great to be with family today. And it is great to be with a longtime friend of mine and the new president of the Victory Fund, Evan Lowe. Evan, congratulations. Thank you for taking on the leadership of this organization at such a critical moment. Because of Victory. A little over a decade ago, when I first came out as trans, I found my voice and my hope. And because of Victory, more than a decade later, I am able to stand before you as a proud Delawarean, a proud queer transgender woman, and as a member of the United States House of Representatives. Thank you. Thank you. They only gave me 3 minutes, so thank you. Because of so many people in this room, I have the privilege of serving in Congress. But of course, I hope to be entering a very different Congress than the one I presently serve in. I hoped to be entering into a Congress that was continuing the work that I was doing alongside my colleagues in the Delaware State Senate. I hoped to be entering a Congress that was guaranteeing affordable health care for every patient. I hoped to be entering a Congress that was providing affordable child care for every family. I hoped to be entering into a Congress that was passing paid family and medical leave for every worker. And I hoped to be entering into a Congress that was passing the Equality Act to provide clear and undeniable protections from discrimination for the entirety of our community in every corner of this country. But that is not the Congress that I serve in. And from day one, we, my colleagues who are here today, we have been in a Congress controlled by a majority that has sought to divide our nation, that has given a blank check to an authoritarian wannabe. We are serving in a Congress and seen an administration that has targeted our community, particularly trans people, for discrimination and vitriol. They are trying to use vulnerable people in this country as political pawns. Some of my colleagues are trying to use me as a pawn to gain attention, to get clicks on social media. And I refuse to be used as a pawn. I am here to do the job that my constituents elected me to do. I am here to be a serious legislator working on serious issues facing our country. And I gotta tell you, the last couple of months, as much as it is a privilege to serve in Congress, it hasn't always been a pleasure. It hasn't always been easy. But the love and the support of people in this room, the support of my colleagues in Congress, mostly on one side of the aisle, and the utter incompetence of the handful of provocateurs who keep coming after me, all of that has made it a bit easier. And I gotta tell you, these people are incompetent. They're not sending their best, folks. One of my favorite experiences was a couple weeks ago. I was on the floor of the House of Representatives minding my own business, and We were probably voting against some crazy Republican bill. I don't know, it was probably banning every book in school but Mein Kampf, something like that. Finish voting against that, walk off the floor, and a reporter comes up to me, and the reporter says, "Representative McBride, do you have any comment on the altercation in the bathroom?" And I was like, well, in case you haven't been reading your own stories, I'm not using the bathroom here. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, it had turned out that one of MAGA's finest, Lauren Boebert, had witnessed a woman member of Congress with shoulder-length hair and glasses walk into the women's restroom. The one women's restroom off the floor of the House. She ran into that restroom after this woman, and she started screaming at her, telling her, "You don't belong." And when my colleague had absolutely no idea what was going on and continued to use the bathroom, Lauren Boebert went back to the House floor to secure the support from the top bathroom sheriff in Congress, Nancy Mace. I wish I had witnessed all of this, because I hear they walk off the floor just shoulders back, just with absolute determination, opening the doors from the floor of the House like there were saloon doors that they were walking through. I mean, it just sounded ridiculous. And they both go into the bathroom ready to go to war. And a couple of seconds later, they sheepishly walk out. Well, of course, they thought this woman member of Congress with shoulder-length hair and glasses was me. She was not. These people are so incompetent that they can't police the one bathroom off the floor of the House with one trans member of Congress. These are deeply unserious people. But the consequences of their actions are serious. The consequences of their actions for trans people across this country, for LGBTQ people across this country, are serious. The consequences for trans people, trans kids in schools, it's serious. But the consequences of their actions aren't just limited to trans folks. We have seen time and time again, because of the incompetence of these anti-trans politicians and the vitriol and the rhetoric and the climate that they are fostering in this country, that their attacks on people like me put all women at risk. Just the other day, a non-transgender woman was fired from her job because she used a restroom. A customer thought she was transgender, complained to management, and instead of responding in the correct way, management fired her from her job. You don't look woman enough. You don't walk woman enough. You don't talk woman enough. Apparently you have shoulder-length hair and glasses. And these people tell you that you don't belong. You don't belong in restrooms. You don't belong in a job. You don't belong in public life. These are unserious people, but the actions that they inflict on our country have serious consequences. But the thing is, and the reason why we are all here, is that we know we belong. We know all of us belong. We belong in our schools. We belong in our workplaces. We belong in our houses of worship. We belong in the military. And yes, we belong in the halls of Congress. And when we are there through the power of our proximity, we serve to open hearts and change minds. We reinforce the fullness of our humanity. We remind people that we are people. And yes, that when we're a doctor, we're a damn good doctor. When we're a teacher, we're a damn good teacher. When we're a service member, we're a damn good service member. When we're a city council member, a state legislator, or a member of Congress, we serve our constituents well. That LGBTI doesn't just stand for our community. It also stands for let's get better infrastructure. That when, yeah, Danica, I see you over there. Fix the damn roads. That we are there to serve all of our constituents, LGBTQ and not, to work on all of the issues, LGBTQ equality and beyond that. That we are there to bring people together and that we are there to serve every single person, whether they voted for us or not. And when we do that hard work of change making, when we allow ourselves to be contextualized in the fullness of who we are as individual people and as a community, I remain hopeful that we can turn moments like this into what my friend from Florida once called a slingshot moment, where yes, we are pulled backward, but the tension and pressure of being pulled backwards ultimately propels us to destinations that we've not yet been. Thank you all very much. It's an honor to be with you today. It's a privilege to be with you in this fight. And now, thank you. And now I have